My approach to making art is simple. It makes me happy. I love the process of taking a blank canvas and giving it life. I started drawing when I was a kid. I spent a lot of time in my room alone, just sketching and drawing. And then that kind of evolved into painting, mainly with acrylic, a little bit of oil, and then I did a lot of mixed media. I started doing some work with acrylic and transfers, photo transfers. And I wasn't really happy with how they were turning out. So I started looking for a different way to do it. And I came across Encaustic. And so I started experimenting. And I basically just taught myself. So this was about 9 years ago. And I just fell in love with it. I fell in love with the process and everything about it. And so Encaustic is a medium. It's comprised of beeswax and damar resin. And then basically you take pigment and you add it to the medium to create colored wax-based paints. It's a medium that allows me to explore layers and texture and transparency in a way that I had never really experienced before with other mediums. And I just love that the encaustic process and the medium provides such a luminous and inviting finish. I moved to Santa Fe from Chicago over 4 years ago, and the change in environment was wonderful. The light, the landscaping here, the sunsets of Santa Fe are amazing in so many ways. I just find it so peaceful and inspiring. Every day when I leave my house and drive to my studio, I'm in awe of my surroundings. The colors here are like colors I'd never seen before in sunsets, especially the pinks and the reds and the blues. And so it's, I think it's definitely reflected in my work. I try not to overthink the process of what I'm painting and let my intuition guide me. My paintings become a dialogue of layers. There's transparent details, there's opaque details, and as I'm creating layers, some of these layers are sealed in the history of the painting, while others are revealed through the process of scraping and incising and just heating the surface. There's a distinct relationship between the layers of my paintings and my own life experiences. Choosing to reveal certain elements of my history and keeping certain memories hidden and private. There's always an element of surprise when my torch hits the surface. The surfaces I create, they look delicate, but yet they've endured a history of scraping and heating over and over again. I love the idea that somebody who's looking at my work or buys my work, that every time they look at it, they're going to see a new detail. And that the ideal thing was that they get lost in it, get lost in the layers and get lost in, finding the peace and just the simplicity of it.